As above, so below. One of the things I find interesting is that healing is such a huge subject. There are so many different areas that I could go to address it for you. But I felt today I wanted to talk about it as above, so below. Do you really understand what it represents and how it works within the human form? We're all aware of this term as it's used to express our personal connection to God. However, it also reflects the pineal and the pituitary that are the connection between the spiritual world and the physical body. What does this represent then? Well, what the mind dwells upon, the body acts upon. Are you aware of that? I'm constantly saying thoughts are things, and it all reflects back to the same thing. Man is what he believes. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That's Dr. Wayne Dwyer. So many of us in the spiritual community are talking about the same thing, but each one of it addresses in a different way, because no two people think alike. No two people have the same thought patterns. So we need to keep repeating this and repeating this until you finally get it. So I'm going to give you a little bit of technical data, and then I'm going to break it down and explain it even easier for you. Intentions heal. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. And Plato wrote that. So you know, this is very old material. Emotions are the feelings associated with intentions. You determine how you feel about your own life smoothie. Your emotions are a choice, and you can make a different choice. That is, you can change your beliefs about your emotions. Sometimes we want to blame something or someone outside of ourselves for how we feel. It's only natural when confronted with a serious illness to ask, why me? Rather than taking the victim stance, why not ask yourself, how does this illness, this issue, or this emotional problem serve me? What does it do for me? Does it alter my relationships? Does it allow me to do something or behave differently than I would otherwise? Ask yourself these questions and you're well on the way to a healing process. These questions will bring your awareness that you need in order to help you to address changes you must make, and any faulty thinking you must dismiss. Now, when I say faulty thinking, I want you to remember, we're all here to experience. Part of what we're doing here on the earth plane is to learn and to grow and to experience. So there's nothing wrong with your thinking, it's that you need to change it in order to enhance where you're going and how you're living your life. So we say faulty, but I really don't mean it as faulty. I mean it as being more aware of where you're at and what you need to do in order to emotionally, physically, and spiritually move forward. Let's look at how emotions work in the body. Now, this is where I get a little bit technical on you, but some of you have a scientific background, so you'll get it. The emotions associated with your belief triggers the release of biochemicals and hormones. By placing yourself in a happy state, you're controlling the release of serotonin and endorphins into your cells. If you choose to put yourself into a stressful mode, you have ordered yourself to release cortisol and epinephrine biochemicals. In both instances, your perception is creating your biochemical reality. Now, for those of you that have a weight issue, those of you that have aches and pains, that's all tied into the cortisol. So when you change how you look at things, you can change your biochemical reaction. Emotions often get stuck and we create blocks so that the emotions are not able to work their way through to be released. How are those blockages created and how can we best handle them? Well, intention. Intention heals. To break this down, emotions fuel or propel your thoughts. An intention, thought, or memory stimulates neurons, the same way electricity completes a circuit. An emotion triggers neurons to emit a particular frequency, which then triggers the release of biochemicals that correlates for a specific emotion. In many cases, physical illness emotions play a major role in what's happening to you. Did you get that? Okay. So if you have an illness, if you think positive thoughts and you see the outcome as being cured or releasing the emotion that's behind the illness, you begin to heal. Simple, isn't it? We just have to know the formula to it. Change your thoughts and you change the outcome. Your thought patterns guide which emotions you feel most intensely, which in turn releases the biochemicals. You can decide how you want to react to a situation. Is it woe is me? Or is it, oh, I have to change this because then the outcome changes? You can make a conscious effort to change your automatic stress reaction. You can learn to react to situations in a more loving response. And I just gave you a perfect example of that. Trust the process. Trust your own healing capabilities. You and only you know what's going on within your body. You and only you know what's best for you. Yes, you may need help from others. You may need a psychiatrist. You may need a homeopath. You may need an MD because you need that operation to get rid of whatever's going on in order to get past it. Do it. But always look at everything with a positive outcome, and then you work through it all. Power, intentions are the power in the capability to translate intention into reality and then sustain it. That's Warren Bennis. Okay? These are all terms that we use over and over again in this community because we're always telling you to stay positive. And you know, again, I go back to the pineal gland because a lot of people don't recognize the pineal gland is part of the pituitary, and that's the connection to source. So when energy comes in, it comes down through the crown, hits your pineal and your pituitary, and that's the connection between source and the actual physical body. So when you change it there, the energy splits and then it starts to move down through the body, changing everything to a higher vibration, a higher frequency, and you do it much more positively. That's why so above, so below. Intentions are goal-based thinking. An intention activates neurons in your brain by actually sending signals from one neuron to another, alerting your entire physical being. This signal resonates at your own frequency, which connects you to the universal energy through the pineal gland again, that is connected to everything else. So, we often talk about when an illness comes, we all know that every illness is connected to emotions. So when you allow your energy field to not be perfect, any negative impact comes in this way and then affects the physical body as well. And intentions are tied into that. So if you want to be positive, if you want to stay healthy, you need to be always thinking on a positive note. And this is why meditation, connecting to source, and we encourage you in every way we can in order to stay positive. And many times, I don't know how many times I've stood up here and said, the Lord's Prayer is about connecting to source. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You're aligning the chakras, you're bringing that energy in. And every time you do that, you're connecting to source again. So no matter what you do, and you know, there's other prayers out there. We are not the only ones that have prayers that connect us to source. Every time you do that, you're bringing that positive intention in. So, you know, if the 23rd Psalm is a good one to connect to source as well. Whatever's appropriate for you. Do something that you can align with, that you feel empowered by, in order to help yourself heal. Staying positive is what we want you to do. So this energy field is very important. It is through this is our temple. This is our temple. And as we connect our temple to the higher source, we allow that energy to flow even more. And that helps us to stay more connected and more positive. Your body consists of trillions of cells, and there's trillions of cells and trillions. And there are countless chemical reactions taking place every second. All these reactions are influenced on the molecular level by your intentions, which are the driving force that manipulates energy and information. So stay positive. What's the prayer you want to put out? Okay? I don't care how you do it. I care that you do it. When you expect a positive outcome, then you send that intention within yourself, initiating a cascade of biochemical reactions in your body. Your intention has set everything into motion to influence events so that they are aligned with your thoughts. So what do you want to change in your life? Do you want to change your health? Do you want to change your job? Do you want to influence your friends or your partners into making a difference in their life? Intention. It's all done through intention. Your intentions affect things far beyond your conscious awareness. Your body does listen to what you're telling yourself and reacts accordingly. Talk about control. Wow, we have it. Are we bright enough to understand this? Are we doing this in our daily lives? Are we taking control of where we want to go and what we want to do? Intentions. Not only can we heal ourselves, but we can move into whatever area of our life that we want to in order to have more positive things happen. Where are you going? What are you doing? Intentions. As above, so below. When you're doing that on a positive note within, you're connecting with Source. That light shines all around you and you emanate it. And then people are drawn to you and they want to be part of what you're doing. You are responsible for the well-being of every cell in your body, just as a parent is responsible for its offspring. Think in terms of parenting your cells and provide for its offspring. And it's not just that, it's also about the food you eat and how you deal with life, okay? But thoughts are so important. What's best for you? Feel your body and the cells being with the most positive and the best possible ingredients for optimal health, mentally and physically. Encourage yourself with positive thoughts, just as you would inspire anyone around you. We here are constantly encouraging you to be in charge of your own life. How many ways can we do it? How many classes can we give you? It's all about you being in charge. How many times have we said, how does it feel to you? Because it's your emotions that are making the physical change, the mental change, the spiritual change. That's what all of our teachers are here about, encouraging you to be the best that you possibly can. A perfect example is when researchers sent loving emotions towards the molecules with Dr. Emoto and his examples of water working, okay, the molecule strands lengthened. And when they said anger, they curled up in a little bunch. Okay, that was a visual, you know. Science is catching up to what we do already. Your future is the manifestation of your thought patterns. You create or manifest that which you focus on. You shape the things to come. How many times can we tell you this? You are in charge of your life. You are in charge of your health. You are in charge of what's going on. Yes, there's DNA. Yes, there's cellular memory. But every time you remove something that's holding in your cellular memory that you no longer need, you're moving towards better health. You're moving towards having a clearer mind and a focus of where you want to go. And that's what we're here to encourage you to do. What's amazing is that the brain has flexibility and adaptability. It conforms to our own thought process through expectations and is always repairing, rebuilding, and rewiring. And in so, recreating itself. Remember, approximately every 21 days, every cell in your body replaces itself. Wow. As a thought is translated into your brain, it begins to program modifications to your body to accommodate thought. What you think is what you get. We're all individuals. What is acceptable for one person may not be for another. So I encourage you to search within yourself to find the blockages and acknowledge them, and ask for assistance from your teachers and guides, and not just those on the earth plane. That's what we got up here for. That's why we teach you to do this, so you can connect and say, hey guys, I need some help down here. This is what I'm working on. I was fortunate. I learned that very young, as a young child, 7, 8, asking my dad all the time, Daddy, help me with this. And I'd get answers. You can all do this. I'm not alone. Every one of you have the gift. Work with it. You may need assistance from professionals in a specialized field. You may be able to work on your own to heal, but trust the process. What is best for you? This is an important time to let go of old patterns and allow new thoughts and ideas to move us forward vibrationally and energetically, to propel us to be all that we can be. Be kind to yourself. No one said living here on the earth plane was easy. It's a difficult process. You have to be open and allow even terror to surface at times. It needs to be released. You can face your demons knowing you are in control. Self-healing requires attunement and receptivity, a combination of getting the inner power to work and to be accessible to the outer power that flows from the greatest power there is and can come to you at the same time. Your function is to be a channel for the healing power. If the person is spiritually ready, the results will come. If the soul is touched, then the healing is successful. If only the physical body gets better, the goal has not been achieved because it's only the physical. You need to spiritually let go and work through whatever it is you need to work through. You want to be all that you can be, especially at this time in our earth plane. The object is to bring spiritual wellness, awareness internally. When you do, your light shines, and then others are drawn to you. When you're traveling down the proverbial stream of life, remember to stop along the way and smell the roses. Meet the people you're supposed to meet, and learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn. You'll find the journey is where your focus is best served. It's designed to age your soul, filling it with the wisdom of experience. When you reach that goal that you thought you were focused on, you'll realize that that was just the thing that got you to do the journey. The journey is everything. Thank you for allowing me to share.